We're here in Jackson Demonstration State Forest, one of the state forests that are managed by CAL FIRE. The state forests are an important part of CAL FIRE's mission for demonstrating good forest practices, as well as providing opportunities for research, scientific research.
I'm collaborating with CAL FIRE resource managers and scientists to learn about how we can manage these forests to promote long-term forest persistence with altered climate regimes and with altered disturbance regimes. In the adaptive management experiment, we have 3 ecological concepts that we apply to forest management and to the timber harvest plans that are written on a given site. The first is this concept of resistance, and in a resistance treatment, the idea is that you leverage species adaptations and a natural disturbance regime to promote survival through a disturbance. Our second treatment type is another ecological concept. It's called resilience, and in resilience, we are trying to promote heterogeneity or variation or differences within a forest unit, assuming that when disturbance moves through, in this case it's often thinking about things like fire or drought as the climate continues to change. Here we want to retain many different species, different sizes and ages of species, different genetics, genotypes, and as part of that we are going through and maintaining enough diversity in that landscape so that when disturbance moves through, the forest itself is resilient. And ideally, we have the species we value that come back or are retained on that landscape. But regardless, we keep this forest a forest, even if it looks a little bit different. The forest ecosystem is resilient to that change, right? It responds and recovers and continues to be a forest there. Our last ecological concept we're applying is called transition. And this is the idea that what we've been doing on forest landscapes is no longer going to be viable in the future. It's no longer going to work as conditions become more extreme, as fires become more severe, as drought becomes more impactful.
We're going to use openings like this under this AMEX research plan to test how can we help a forest recover from a disturbance, whether it's drought, fire, anything climate related. How do we build a knowledge base on how to regrow a forest? And the way we do that here is we're going to be planting different species of trees from around the range, and we're going to be monitoring and measuring and testing those over time so that we build a knowledge base on how to regrow a forest under a changing climate condition.
Learn more about this project and other research going on at the forest by visiting fire.ca.gov and search for Jackson Demonstration State Forest in the search bar.